All right, everybody, welcome back to the weekly challenge. There are 2 challenges left in 2021. That's right, this is the penultimate challenge of the year. We've seen 10 of these already. This will be our 10th one, excuse me. We've seen 8 regular ones where we've gone match points, imps back and forth. And then we played a Just Declare one. And I believe we're 7-2 in those 9. So this will be our 10th chance at this one. We're playing imps again today. And we will see the differences between the 2 formats as we go forward. If I see any spots to kind of elucidate those for you, I will. And let's get started here. We see this first hand, a shapely minor suit hand. We're going to open 1 club and see where we end up here on the way back. So 1 club. Ooh, the Michaels Cupid to our left, right? So left-hand opponent here is showing major suits, right? And if you remember one thing with Michaels and the unusual 2-no trump, which are kind of sister bids, there are 2 suited overcalls, basically. Michaels, M, is for the majors, usually, right? So you are going to have major minor sometimes, but there's always going to be at least 1 major. And when it goes minor minor, it's always 5-5 in hearts and spades. And don't ever betray this shape, guys. 5-5 is what we want. And when partner raises to 3 clubs, guess how many clubs they're supposed to have? Now, the robot will do this with 4 sometimes, but they're supposed to have at least 5. They're also not going to have a strong hand. I want you to recognize the difference here. Can you guys tell me or think about what North would have done with a strong hand? And I'm going to also give you maybe a little bit on the expert side of things, an agreement to have in this situation. All right, so think about what North's options were as far as raising clubs. And let's talk about what options North will have. So when we see this 2 club bid, we know that left-hand opponent has 5 hearts and 5 spades. So there's my heart. Here's my spades, and that is the best I'm ever going to draw a spade, and that is terrible. So let's just erase that. We know this is hearts and spades, so we also know that neither one of us is going to ever want to play that suit. So in this case, when we know both of the suits that the opponent has, we can use each of these suits for something different. Most people will just play, either 1, 2 hearts or 2 spades can be a cubid. Well, they're both cubids, but we can assign a meaning for each one. 1 should be the raise of our partner's suit. So here, if we played 2 hearts as our raise, that's what that would show, right? We're bidding the opponent's suit to show a club raise. 2 spades can be used to show, well, the other suit, right? So we know hearts and spades are on the menu for West here, and we know we've already bid clubs. So one of these bids, hearts, let's say, can be the raise of partner suit, and the other one can be, hey, I have some sort of constructive hand with this other suit that hasn't been bid yet. So that's what we would call unusual over unusual, right? Or in this case, it's a Michaels Cubid, but it's the same concept because we know both of the opponent's suits. So have this discussion with your partner. For our purposes, what we do know for sure, I'm not even sure if the robot does play any version of this, but we know that they don't have a good hand, right? Because they didn't make either of those cubids. But that being said, this hand looks like pretty much mostly offense versus defense, so I'm definitely going to bid 5 clubs here. I don't even expect to take a club trick against their contract, and it looks like the one real problem with our hand is this stiff king of hearts, right? We don't want to have this hand. It's wasted value, but anyway, we're just trying. Ooh, wow, we didn't even get doubled. That's pretty awesome, right? So this is great. We're going to go minus 100, where it looks like, holy cow, they have no club losers, first of all. Do you guys see why we know that? We have 12 clubs. So one of them's void. They have no spade losers. They have no heart losers because they're going to take a finesse towards that ace of hearts anyway. That's what's being led. The only thing they have is diamond losers. So we have to be ecstatic on this one. Number 1, we know they're making 4 hearts. Number 2, we didn't get doubled. So we're actually we're going to go down less than what their part score pays, right? And if they misdefend, maybe we'll get even luckier. Let's see. It's a heart. Here comes another heart. I get the bad news. Let's draw Trump, guys. Boom. The easiest round of Trump you've ever drawn. And now we'll kind of hope they mess around and screw up the spade position. You know, that they're not going to, but we can always hope for something good. And we're going to lose what we expected, right? So down 2. should be minus 300, to be honest. They have a pretty easy double if they think they're going to make 4 hearts. And let's jump over to that results screen. I'm so happy. In fact, if I were playing a team game, I would just assume we were way ahead, right? Because take a look. They can make 5 hearts, right? It's on a finesse, but they'll make 5 hearts pretty easily on this one. Right? They have a double fit, 10 hearts and 9 spades. Wow. I mean, I would think we're chopping this because it is all robots at the other table. But, I mean, I don't know. You always like to get the first one right, that's for sure. Make your opening bid with this hand, though, folks. Take a look. Give yourselves a quick accounting. What are you going to open this hand? Here it's just a no trump. You're still within your range. When we have 17, there are times we would do something different. And those times are when we have a good 5-card suit. And what we will do is we'll upgrade those. So with 17, let's say I take this spade away. And I just put like the deuce of diamonds here. I would now open this a diamond with the desire to rebid 2 no trump if given the opportunity, right? So I want to show 18, 19 when I have a really good 17. And a really good 17 includes a good 5-card suit, right? So here we're a balanced 17. We're well within our range of our 1 no trump, and yeah, we love playing. We love getting this hand for sure in the dummy and this lead. Take a look. Make your plan here. What are you going to play from dummy, and then what are you going to play at trick 2 is my question. This is a good hand, right? We are not in danger at all. And I love seeing this where we're going to have time, right? And when you see a hand like this, you should know the worst suit you have is spades. And you have a great holding in that suit as far as the spots. I mean, you might not take any tricks in the spade suit, but here's what you will also not see. You won't see them running a ton of tricks themselves in the spade suit or any suit on this hand for that matter. All right, so here, my plan is, first of all, we have to make sure to take a free finesse. So that means we have to play the queen, the jack, or the 10. All right, so we're either going to win that trick in dummy or we're going to see the king and we're going to create winners in the dummy as well. And the next suit I'm going to go for is diamonds. I'm going to have 3 tricks in that suit. I have none yet, but I will take 3. And then if I'm given an opportunity, I'm going to bang out some hearts as well because I can create 2 winners in that suit just by playing it also. So first things first, let's see what happens with the club. All right, when I like that the least, right, because I would much prefer to have seen the king, and now it doesn't have any blocking issues, right? But we're still perfectly fine. We're going to have entries in diamonds on this hand for sure. All right, so here we're going to play diamond to the king. Boom. Now we have 2 entries in diamonds. And yeah, a lot of times when you have another suit you might be thinking about playing, the robots are just going to come in and say, hey, maybe I'll try to get tricks in that suit now. So you'll allow them the ability to do that. Here, I'm going to cash the ace of clubs because I'm gonna create a club trick in that dummy when I get over there. So here is my entry number 1 to dummy. I'm using diamonds now. Now diamonds is a suit I have extra tricks in. I'm not going to run those tricks just yet because I have business to take care of in that dummy, and that business is I'm going to create a club trick. I'm going to force out the king of clubs. Take a look. Good play by robot. They didn't make it easy for us. If they had covered originally, we have a nice easy club entry over there, and we're unblocked. Now they get a chance to win it here. Again, we don't love this, but we're not in mortal danger here either. I'm going to pitch the 10 for reasons I might discuss later if we get lucky enough to see it. Here, boom, doesn't matter where we win this next heart. Here comes a spade. No, a heart. Okay. So we're going to lose a spade at some point, right? Everyone sees that. We're going to play queen of diamonds, diamond to the 10 or jack. And here we kind of wish this was match points, to be honest. This extra trick that we created might not have been duplicated at a lot of tables, and the ace of spades was wrong for us. That's good. So here, you know, we're playing imp, so it's not likely to be a huge win, but we might gain 1 imp on a board like that, right? Taking 8 tricks instead of just the 7. And this is just a great hand to look at for those of you that might fear 1 no trump. This is a very, very good hand to have because it's a hand that gives you timing. And the moral to this story is we're going to look not only at what we have as far as tricks, but where our extra tricks are going to come from. And here, diamonds and hearts are clear choices. Why is diamonds better? Well, it's for the simple fact that diamonds creates 1 more trick than hearts ever will. Diamonds will always create 3, whereas hearts will always create only 2. So let's say, for argument's sake, that you cash a diamond and they duck to your left, and then you cash another diamond and they duck again. Now you can play hearts, right? Because now you've gotten to the point, you've taken 2 diamonds. The most you're going to take now extra is 1. So now that suit being played doesn't make as much sense. Hearts makes more sense because you're creating more winners in that suit. Simple as that. So be on the lookout for situations like this. And also know when you're safe to be looking for those extra tricks, right? In a different circumstance, if you're wide open in a suit, you have to consider sometimes just taking your money and running away, right? As you've all seen before. But this was a pretty darn good start, right? We had a perfect sacrifice on the first board. It didn't even get doubled. And then we just make a nice over trick on an easy 1-no trump hand. So back to business tomorrow, which is Tuesday. Look at what we're starting off with tomorrow. Make your opening bid. I don't know what I'm going to do at this point. I'll tell you tomorrow. And I will see you there, guys. Have a great first day of the week, I hope. And I'll see you throughout the rest of this holiday week and then before the new year for our final spot, if I can actually get the words out of my mouth, for our final weekly challenge of 2021. I'll try to actually speak English next time. And I'll see you in that tomorrow morning for our Tuesday version. Take care, guys.